Written and directed by Jimmy Warden, Borderline tells the story of a stalker played by Ray Nicholson. Yes, that Nicholson, son of Jack Nicholson, if you're thinking he looks familiar. And his obsession with singer Sophia, played by Samara Weaving.
That is such bad luck, Sophia! Please, help yourself to champagne and first aid.
There's a pre-credit scene that sets up his obsession, then there's a bit of a time jump. He's been in jail, he escapes from jail along with a couple of his mental ward cohorts and continues with his stalkery obsession. Elevates to a bit of a home invasion movie and it kicks off from there. Eric Dane rounds out the supporting cast as Sophia's bodyguard. It's nice to see him again. I know he's been in movies throughout his career, but I first remember seeing him in a movie called Feast about 20 odd years ago, which is a B-movie creature feature. I think it was part of Project Greenlight, the Matt Damon and Ben Affleck reality TV show. Anyway, Feast is a good movie, check it out if you can. But back to Borderline. So, plot-wise, we'll leave it there for avoiding spoilers, but essentially this is a home invasion / obsessed fan stalker movie. Let's talk about the good, first of all. The cast are great. Both leads, Ray Nicholson and Samara Weaving, are very good. The script is on point, the dialogue is sharp and snappy. The pace is good. I think the movie clocks in at just over 90 minutes. I think IMDb has it at 94 minutes, I believe. Yes, hour and 34 minutes. There's an opening fourth wall breaking voiceover, which is quite fun, which goes some way to set up the tone, but more on that later. It's funny. There is more than a few actual lols in this movie. And did I mention that Ray Nicholson is great? He almost steals the entire movie from his co-star Samara. Almost. There's also a few brilliant needle drops in this. The soundtrack album would be quite a good record to have. And yes, the Madonna song Borderline is on the soundtrack. Well, at least it's in the movie. I don't know if it's on the soundtrack. I don't know if they're going to release the soundtrack. They should. It'd be a good soundtrack. The not so good tone. Tone-wise, this is a bit up and down with the playful and lightness and then the dark and serious, and it just feels like it didn't quite stick the landing walking that line between the two tones compared to, say, something like Ready or Not, which Samara Weaving was in a few years ago. It's kind of got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood vibes, Manson family-esque behaviour, and tone-wise it is actually quite similar to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but it's a different film from that, but that did stick out in my mind when I was watching it. It kind of feels like this was a short film stretched to a feature, and like I said, the only thing that stood out as a negative of the movie was just the balancing of the tone between the kind of the comedy aspect and the psychological horror thriller element of it. It just feels when you're playing both those notes, you need to really nail the tone, that tonal tightrope, if you will. And this movie, it just didn't quite nail the tone for me. As I was watching this, I did get Madonna / Dennis Rodman similarities with the character of Sophia and her boyfriend, played by Jimmy Fails. Then I read on IMDb trivia that it's actually loosely based on the true-life stalker case involving Madonna and Dennis Rodman. So there you go. Going to go with a 6 out of 10 for Borderline. It is enjoyable. It is funny. As I said, there are actual lols in the movie. More than a couple of occasions, I did laugh out loud. The two leads are great, especially Ray Nicholson. Did I mention he is brilliant in this? I'm very much looking forward to what both these guys do next. I'm not sure what Ray Nicholson has coming up, but I know that Samara Weaving has Ready or Not 2 in the pipeline, which they better be calling Ready or Not Here I Come, and if they don't, they have missed a trick with that. It's out on digital just now. Check it out if it sounds like something you might enjoy, and I will catch you in the next one.